Jennifer's more the face of our school than I am. You cannot be a one-person show, man or woman, and do what you want to do, which is change people's lives. We're all martial artists, and we loved doing the martial arts, but there were parts and times probably in your martial arts journey where you probably went, man, I'm getting tired of doing this, or, I'm going to have to back out because of this or that and the other. So you have to look at that, but you have to continually build your mind. You have to continually have that mindset, and you have to think about leading from the front. So what is leading from the front? Leading from the front simply means taking the active role in your martial arts school on a daily basis. Literally today, if I didn't step foot back in my martial arts school to teach a lesson, it could run by itself. They don't need me there. Literally, they do not need me to run my business because it runs itself. But they do need me there to help run my business because I'm a big part of my business, because I want to be. But what I'm saying is you have to be on a daily basis. You have to be in your school. Generally, you're the face of your school. I know Mr. Massey, he's up there in Bristol, Virginia. He's the face of his school. He's always been the face of his school. Jennifer's more the face of our school than I am. They're the lead instructors who teach the majority of the students. So if I didn't have literally a picture of me up in my school, a lot of people would not know who I was. So you're the face of your school. You're teaching the classes. You're training the instructors. You're training the future instructors. And you're training the rest of your team. If you don't have a team, you have to develop a team. You don't have instructors, you have to develop instructors. You cannot be a one-person show, man or woman, and do what you want to do, which is change people's lives. You're the leader and the example for others to follow. And there's nothing wrong with having confidence, but there's a difference between confidence and cockiness. You have to have confidence to stand up here and talk to people and tell them how to do things because you've been there. What about your vision and your mission? Your vision is about what you want. You need to figure out what you want. For me, it was, I wanted a martial arts school from like day one when I was a teenager. I wanted a martial arts school. I had no idea how I was going to do that. I just liked what I saw. I liked the environment I was in, so that's what I wanted. You have to be clear on your wants for your business. You have to know how to get them in the building, how to get them in the door. You got to know that. Understand that your vision can and may change over time. Your vision you have now with the students you have now is fine, but it's going to change for you over time. Something is going to make it change, and you understand it's okay for it to change. So if you have no vision, you have no future. No change, no growth. We didn't see the change as much as our parents and the people around us did because we went through it on a daily basis. If you don't change, you don't grow. Your growth is mental growth, not physical growth. You have to change mentally. You have to have a different mindset. What is your mission statement? It's different than your vision. Your mission statement is about what you do and who you do it for. We change lives, build leaders, and pursue excellence. We do this for our students, their families, the community, our team, and their future. You have to be able to communicate your mission effectively to your team. When your team understands what you want, that's called your vision. You have to be able to tell people your story. If you give the vision to your team, when they walk out on that mat, they're not going to be going out there, well, when your team understands what you do and who it's for, that's what your mission is. And they have to understand that. Now you have created a team with goals and aspiration for greatness. That's if you do those things. Communicate the vision and mission effectively to your team. You have to do that with your team. You have to build them up. They have to know what you know as far as your mission and your vision. The personal growth and development part. You have to be able to grow here. Was your martial arts training about personal growth and development? Fast answer, yes. You could not be here today unless you've been able to excel at personal growth and development. That's martial arts. You have had to change your beliefs. I can become a black belt. You have to learn. You have had to learn new ways to think about your capabilities and limitations. You have had to seek help from those who are more knowledgeable in areas you are not. This is what personal development is all about. As a martial artist, you're asking for help. You're a martial artist. You don't know the move. Instead of sitting there and being stupid and just going and letting the instructor keep going and not answering the question because you think everybody else in the class is going to think you're nuts because you didn't ask the question, you raise your hand and you ask the question because you don't care about what they want. It's what you want. And if you want knowledge, and if you thirst for knowledge and thirst for change, you have to have knowledge, and you had to have that knowledge to do the martial arts. Now you have a new challenge, personal development in business. I've been talking about martial arts up to now. Have the white belt mentality. Think back when you were first beginning your martial arts training. Think of the excitement of learning when you first started. The joy of meeting new people and making friends. I mean, when you have personal growth and development, and when you think about that white belt mentality, so you have to have that. If you're not challenging yourself, you will stop. If you're not mentally preparing yourself for what's next by learning more, by reading books, by attending seminars, by doing the things that will help you mentally, then it's going to be difficult doing some of the stuff that you have to do to grow your school because it's different. It's different and it's difficult. Bring that mindset back as you move forward. Bring that white belt mindset, that eagerness of learning new techniques. Leadership and mindset. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. The growth mindset. The person believes I'm capable of learning new things. I enjoy challenges. I want to be better. That's the growth mindset. The fixed mindset, you're not talking about what you're going to do in the future. You're not talking about your plans. You're not talking about anything but what has happened. What has happened has happened. You can do nothing about it. It's the past. You need to remember it to remember the lessons that you learned. But the past is the past. But here's what I can do. I can change the future. It's all up to me. It's up to me to change the future. It's up to me to make the future happen. I have a phrase I always say, go make it happen. Make it happen. That's what you have to do. You have to make it happen. Leaders have to develop and maintain a growth mindset. If you're going to lead from the front, you must bring that white belt attitude about learning the business aspect to the martial arts. You have to develop that. You have to bring that same joy. You have to develop that growth mindset. There's only one way to develop it. You have to study, just like you've studied other things. It will be as hard as you make it. That's the fixed mindset. So if you thought those spreadsheets were difficult, they're going to be difficult. And when you look at them, they look difficult. So that's the first thing that comes in your head until you have someone teach you step by step by step how to do them. Just like you learn how to do a roll or a fall or a punch or a kick 10,000 times, I want you to pull from you what you've been pulling from you for all these years of training. It is the mindset. It is the ability to move forward. It will be challenged at times, but achievable. That's your growth mindset. What you put into it is what you get out of it. That's the growth mindset. Go out there and make it happen. Leaders have to develop and maintain a growth mindset. Sports teams have one thing in common: winning. Winning is having a growth mindset in all things. Winning is knowing what the goals are and hitting the goals. Winning is being the best you can be at your skill set. Winning is being a team player. Winning is building lifelong relationships with your team. It's all about winning the game of life. You have to be able to win that game.